Hey, everybody. Hi. Welcome to the daily political tarot readings here on the Black and Orange channel. I'm always getting things mixed up. No, thank you so much for being here. I'm here 365 days of the year to take your 12 political questions out of the chat. Just put them in the chat before I come on. We have Sarah. Sarah's here for a little while. She will go soon. But boy, we've got some freaking out going on online. So I was asking Sarah if she wouldn't mind at least coming on for the first part. Oh, and I still have the sage in with my cards, which it needed after yesterday, and which it will need tomorrow.
Yes.
And I'm using the Yarn Tarot today, so everybody knows. It links in the description box. Okay. 10% of my income from everything Black and Orange goes to Feeding America at feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country, and that's an ongoing thing. We have epic troll slayers who keep us safe. Thank you. And if you're watching this on replay, you can go down in the description box. All the questions are there, and we timestamp them as we go. All right, so while we have Sarah here, we're going to start in with the first question, which is icky.
Yuckadoo. Thank you, guys.
I love that.
Yuckadoo.
That's a Sarah word, and I love it. Yuckadoo.
Oh, goodness. Yeah. Okay, so.
Oh, by the way, I just went to oh, I don't see it. Anyway, I just went to shuffle, and the devil card popped up, and the card on the bottom is the card of decisions, voting.
Well, that's interesting.
Please tell us about the first question.
Do you need to start with the which noodles, the timestamps, or do you got it?
We'll start at 2:30, please.
Okay. I didn't know. Okay. And then when I go, you can just refresh. Okay, cool. All right. So Gretchen brought this lovely little thing to our attention. SCOTUS has added Moore v. Harper to the 22-23 docket. Now, a little backstory here before we dive into it. Basically, and I put a link behind the question that gives you just a very plain Ballotpedia explanation, like no muss, no fuss, no coconuts, no spin, just this is what it is. This is what they're trying to do. Okay, so basically this gives the states to go, we don't like that. we don't like what our citizens did with their votes. We don't like that. Let's just bippity boppity boo something else into existence like what we want, and we'll send our own electors. Sound familiar? And so this gives states the rights to change federal election outcomes without judicial oversight, and it's going to SCOTUS.
The Supreme Court has agreed to hear this.
Yes. How's that going to work out?
Everybody loves your hair, Sarah.
Thank you. Go ahead.
What state is this in?
That is in
who?
North Carolina.
North Carolina. Okay, thank you. It feels like Supreme Court. There are justices on the Supreme Court who are very excited for the next session. They have plans.
I bet they do.
All right, I'm going to make myself look big for a second here.
Yeah.
Six of Pentacles. Charity, giving to the Republicans here. In a sense, if you think about it, charity is a good thing. You guys know I'm big on established charities, but if you think about it, a lot of charities are unearned rewards. Oh, and by the way, I know I look very yellow today. I've actually turned down the saturation. I think the clouds are kind of yellowish, and it's making me look like I'm made of sand. Anyway, 7 of Swords. So the Thief card. 4 of Pentacles. If they don't have enough votes to get their people in. Page of Swords. Death.
Is that wands or swords? I thought it was wands. I'm sorry.
Moon. Sword. Page of Swords.
Oh, I thought it said wands. I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
Now this is bullying voters, electors, what have you. And then I got Death in the Moon. Okay, I'm getting out my regular deck.
Okay.
I'm pulling out Old Faithful on this one.
Okay.
Talk amongst yourselves.
I don't like it. And for those who have been around a while, and especially for those who have been around a while on the creative spreads, no, I'm not sick. Every now and then, I just get a wild hair and decide that my hair, especially when it's hot in Louisiana, that the hair needs to be cut. But yet, I don't like it when it's cut because then I just got all this big old head, and so I've got a ton of super cute little wigs over here. Like I have a whole wig station over here to the side. So until it grows back out again, they'll be assorted. Yeah, whatchadoodles. So, but I'm not sick. I'm okay. I don't want to worry anybody. But, it just happens because I have really thick hair. And when it gets hot. Yeah.
Thank you, Alexander. Okay, sorry. I was being distracted. Okay, this is...
It's not democratic at all, Stephanie. At all.
Seriously. Stop. Oh my gosh. You're worse than the cats. Okay. Sorry. This is a little upsetting and too much going on. Can't focus. All right, focus.
Big, please.
Say again?
Make yourself big, please. So that way they can see the cards. Okay.
So at 7:30, we're going to try again. So part 2 is at 7:30. Please, if you don't mind putting that in. Supreme Court. Moore versus
Harper.
Harper?
Yes, Harper.
Supreme Court Moore versus Harper. You really going to give states the ability to overturn voting in the state?
Mm-hmm. Because just send their own electors. Hi, Chihuahua. Okay. Amazon Electra.
Sherry H says, I love how the colors of Sarah's hair matches the color of the background. I did that on purpose.
Yeah, that was
good. It doesn't match me. It matches you.
Matches you too.
Chariot. Judgment. Hierophant. Magician. Okay. It ends with the far right being on the defensive.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't like that this has this many major arcana.
I'm not a fan either.
Death card for the reading. I've got a big, very big show. And judgment. This would be a big, like, federal election. Judgment of the government. Not about the government, judgment of the government, where individuals can stand up. But the far right, they're very small and they're on the defensive. I don't like this part. Let me spread out my major arcana here and see what else I can pick up.
It's times like this, I wish I had a TARDIS and I could just snag Ben Franklin and let them walk up to like Capitol Hill and let them just start smacking people in the back of their heads. Like a cat knocking a glass off a table. I mean, just pew, pew, pew.
I like your thinking.
I know, right?
George Washington, though, he'd be better.
Here's a founding father for you.
Yeah, Franklin wasn't a president, so but if you get Washington,
mm-hmm.
and
was that always take Hamilton? But.
You'd always stick to Hamilton, but Washington did not suffer fools.
No.
Okay. So, Moore versus Harper.
Oh, granted, they're not going to change before October.
Yeah, they wouldn't even have the hearing likely. I mean, they'll have the hearing, but they probably won't rule. They're not going to rule on it immediately.
About this time next year. Yeah.
It never happens, does it? Do they ever rule immediately, other than the shadow docket stuff?
Yeah. And at this point, just stick a fork in us. We're done.
No, we're not.
If
I had the far right on the defensive at the end.
Okay.
2 of Cups. We're not going to lose our democracy. We aren't. 8 of Cups. 2 of Cups. 8 of Cups. 7 of Cups. Knight of Wands. Temperance.
Okay, I feel better now.
The far right is going to be tempered in some way. They're going to be on the defensive. Their most aggressive things are going to be tempered. But I wonder if the Supreme Court's going to do something.
If they're going to be tempered, then they're going to get there's going to be some sort of concession. They're going to get their little pat on the head.
We are not going to lose our democracy. We're not. I'm trying to look for some clarification here.
I don't think we're going to lose our democracy. If y'all ignore my initial gut reaction, I'm like...
well, they're big, scary cards.
Yeah.
Queen of Swords. King of Cups. The Priestess. Empress. 6 of... okay, basically, the Republicans are going to get bits and pieces. They've already taken away a big chunk of women's rights. They're going to be taking away other rights. They just are. It's not forever, but for a year or two, it's ugly. The way to, forgive the term, neuter the Supreme Court is putting things in law, which means getting 60 senators, 60 Democratic senators in. Right now, we don't even technically have the majority in the Senate. We have 48 senators. The Republicans have 50. There just happen to be 2 independents who are willing to side with us, is my understanding. So, for a while, Republicans are going to be getting some of the gifts they've always wanted.
Just Joy, yes, that would be great if we got new justices. But remember, if we get new justices before midterms, we stand the chance, if the Republicans get the House, them being able to stonewall the appointments like they did with Garland, and then putting in whoever they want in these 4 new seats, and gives them a super duper quadruple majority. We have to be very careful. That's like that is a gamble that I am glad that Biden is not willing to take. So yes, expansion would be great. Eh, yeah, Joy. Within the next couple of years, if it works out, then yeah.
Things are going to get better right now. For where it's just Pluto. You don't mess with Pluto, man. I mean, it's just it brings up all the gunk and it's like, deal with it. It's like, I don't want to deal with it. Okay.
I don't want it.
I don't want it. I don't like it.
It's Yuckadoo.
It's Yuckadoo.
Yuckadoo.
I think we can all agree this is Yuckadoo. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ew.
Oh, you're good.
Okay.
Okay. So, at 1540. Okay. This toasted my grits. This had me like all, I was like, okay. So the Family Research Council, which is a powerful GOP think tank that has been behind most of the far-right decisions of the last few years, from Roe to the new anti-transgender and LGBT bills that are, floating around, and the bathroom stuff. All that just Yuckadoo. I should rename this section Yuckadoo. Okay. So the people behind all that lovely mess, they're like, we don't really want to report what we pay our board members. We don't really want to report how much money we have. So changing ourselves to a PAC, we kind of have to do that. So let's make ourselves a church. And the IRS was just like, cool, gotcha, rubber stamp. There you go. Toodaloo. Kumbaya. Okay. My kids know when I start singing Kumbaya to back up, because it is no bueno. So,
So we're going to pray to the god of entitlement?
I guess. So the question is, now that we've finally gone here, and this is blatant, like, there's been times where you've seen churches push that whole, the thing to begin with, where we're all, but considering that churches aren't supposed to be politically aligned or else they lose their nonprofit status, and it's a freaking GOP think tank, which sort of, will an overhaul, every pun intended on that one, on IRS church reform happen anytime soon?
Eight of Swords. There should be hemming in of. Page of Pentacles. The World. Seven of Wands. Seven of Pentacles. Eight of Cups. Okay, well, we have a Page of Pentacles here. So, hey, we have this money. We don't need to be taxed like a king. We're just a page. You don't need to pay any attention there. Here we have the World, and I love the World card. Oh, actually, let me place a quick pic here for a second. I love the World card in this deck.
Oh, it's
How cool is that? Yeah, it'd be nice if it would focus better, but yeah. So that's the World card. Then we have the Seven of Wands, which is these far right people being on the defensive. Mm-hmm. But I've got Seven of Pentacles, which is fruits of labor, and Eight of Cups, which is this figure walking away from all the cups. At some point, they'll be on the defensive. They thought this would solve their problem. There will be some reform. It's not the big World card really, it feels like it refers more to what they just got away with. Let me see what else I can get, but it doesn't feel. It feels like it will be overhauled eventually, but don't hold your breath.
Yeah.
Taylor B says Senator Warren is all over this church tax exempt status.
Well, sister better get over it a little faster. I mean, she needs to educate Porter and the two of them ride in Valkyries or something and fix it. And I realized that's House instead. I'm exactly, Beezy. We're just a page doing the Lord's work, and Jesus wants you to buy me a new jet.
Mm-hmm. Well, I've got an Ace of Swords, which is a law, a determination for the reading. Okay, Four of Pentacles. I wish it was ending with that, but Hierophant. Justice. Five of Pentacles. Queen of Swords. Do investigations. Yeah, there's definitely gonna be some. I've got Justice in the middle. This Four of Pentacles with the this is a lack of money, or so possibly somebody being taken away, because I've got a Five of Pentacles here too, and this is the little match girl card. So this is with Justice here, taking justice and more investigations. Yeah, I don't think they should. It's not going to last forever. Enjoy it while you can, is what I'm getting. And there will be some reforms. So, and quit. Look, you far right knuckleheads, quit toasting poor Sarah's grits. She's Southern. She's Southern. She needs her grits.
I do need my grits. Grits are good stuff. Okay. And 2230. Electric Storm asks, will the DOJ ever declare the Proud Boys and other white nationalist groups terrorist organizations? Be still my heart.
Well, Knight of Swords, this is aggressive law enforcement. It could also be with the extremism of these groups going forward. And tomorrow, that's supposed to be, don't forget, tomorrow there's a time change on there's been a time change on the hearing. So I will be on just half an hour earlier than normal. So I'll be coming on at 11:30 Central Time. So, and we'll watch together. And there's still nothing official for Thursday, but there's a lot of talk of it. So we'll see.
I'll check one more time while you're pulling cards.
Thank you. All right. So aggressive law enforcement or aggressive militias and supremacy groups. Ugh. Queen of Wands. All right. So those are the narrow-minded people. 10 of Cups. Ace of Cups, Knight of Cups, 7 of Cups. It's case by case. I've got basically an increase in people standing up for what's right. But as far as the whole groups being deemed domestic terrorists, maybe. But the main thing is they're looking at individuals, people, in a way to make things stick.
You'd think with the laws in the books that if they were labeled domestic terrorists, then it would officially be hate crimes, and it would be easier to prosecute. Like,
Well,
just from point of view. I mean, you would think that would.
Yeah. No, and my understanding is what's actually bringing down, what brought down the people who organized Charlottesville, what's done the most damage to the K people, blankety blanks that they are, is actually being sued. Civil suits, bankrupting them.
Good.
And that's actually turned out to be the most effective way to take these jerks down.
Good.
Let me pull 3 so that I don't get anything. High Priestess.
Okay.
So it actually feels like finding the way, like the civil suit, some kind of sneaky, not really sneaky, but sneaky, like something you wouldn't expect.
Yeah.
All right, 9 of Pentacles, Death card, 3 of Cups. So I've got these jerks thinking they're sitting pretty. I've got a Death card, and I've got us celebrating. Our side celebrating. So it's not going to go well for them. I highly recommend, I'd like to just say today to all of you, not that you'd be watching this, but to all of you white supremacists, blankety blanks out there, hi. I don't know. I look sandy, but I actually am about as white as you can get. So maybe that'll make you listen to me for 2 seconds. I doubt it, but okay. Yeah. Don't be a white supremacist in America. It's not going to end well for you. And you're basically guaranteed to not be able to get dates. A lot harder to find if you ever get divorced, to get remarried. PSA, yes. And basically just not be accepted in normal society. Plus, there's a good chance you will be civilly sued out of everything every dime you've ever had. So why don't you try joining humanity? Seriously. We all have worth. We really do want this to be a meritocracy. And you're already starting off at a deficit by being such a lousy human being and member of society. So why don't you just, I don't know, put down the hate and
make some
have a hobby. Pick up a hobby. Seriously. Go get some anger management.
Public service announcement. That's what.
Yes. Join us. No, seriously, join us. We do art. We talk about politics. And everyone's welcome. So, okay. That's all. Do. Okay. that was out of tune, but okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, and 2835. Nanette asks, how is former Governor Charlie Crist feeling about his race this time against DeSantis?
I think I read on him a couple weeks ago.
Okay. Just kind of want to check in on him, see how he's doing.
Yeah.
As we would
Pentacles.
Mom and them. Yeah.
How's your mom and them?
How's your mom and them?
See, in Chicago, we don't have those kind of sayings, but oh well, we have our own, I guess. 10 of Pentacles. DeSantis thinks he's sitting pretty. Devil. Surprise. 8 of Wands. Oh yeah, DeSantis just pouring division and hatred and nastiness all over the state. 5 of Cups. Disappointment. He's disappointed that he's not having more traction. That's what I'm getting. He's really wondering if he even can win. If the people of Florida, do they really want this?
Yeah.
Because right now, apparently they do. But don't give up. Don't give up. We have to fight these jerks. We have to speak out against them. Hey, Kevin was suggesting fishing is fun.
Yeah.
Feed your family if you like.
Yeah.
Just don't do it for sport. The whole thing, catch and release thing, that's just cruel. That's just animal cruelty. But anyway.
So that gets us out of the Yuckadoo section.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
The U.S. Well, okay, no. It gets us out of the Yuckadoo square. Well, no, it doesn't, because next we're going to Trump.
Okay, we're going to a different. We're dealing
flavor of Yuckadoo.
Well, no, this is the stale. It's Trump, so it's stale, hairspray smelling Yuckadoo. Okay.
Yeah. But
we're crusty around the edges. Is there a question on Bannon?
Yes, there is.
Hey, then it is crusty. Okay, this is crusty Yuckadoo.
Yes, this is crusty Yuckadoo, and this will be my last question. Then I'll have to.
Yeah. So I'm here to finish the rest.
Okay. Okay. At 31:50. Shortly before agreeing to testify before the January 6th committee, Steve Bannon.
Mm-hmm. Soon before I missed a word. Sorry.
Shortly before agreeing to testify.
Agreeing, okay.
Yes, sorry. Before the January 6th committee, Steve Bannon found out from the FBI that Trump had never intended on giving him executive privilege, even if Biden had held it up, and was letting him out to dry. Now, here's the question. Will Bannon retaliate by giving up the goods on Trump or cling to his war room facade?
He thinks he has a war room.
No.
Little Stevie thinks he's big and important. He has come see the war room. Oh, do you have a pillow fort? Does he have a pillow fort in the war room? That's what I want to know.
Right? But he really does, like, as an aside, and this is not a picking on him. This is legit human to human concern. He really does need to get those melanomas.
Yeah, he's got some things up here, melanomas up on.
Those aren't good. I don't wish cancer on anybody, but he really needs to get those sorted.
Yes,
those are.
You need to get those. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good at all. Mm-mm. Go get this looked at. I just got the song that was used as the theme tune of The Apprentice going through my head. Bannon cares about money. Mm-hmm. He wants power, but he is loving the attention and the success of the war room. Mm-hmm. But this was a blow.
Yeet.
There's definitely some yeeting going on here. Okay.
Did he actually get a pardon, or was he just thinking of executive privilege?
No. He got a pardon for some things, but there's talk that he doesn't have a pardon for other things.
Well, okay.
And you can't get a pardon about contempt of Congress.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Trump wasn't in office.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Two of Pentacles. Ooh, a little shaky on the financials. Two of Swords. That's a legal decision. Six of Cups. I think that's us in the garden center on Saturday. We're just like, oh, that jerk's back. Oh. Six of Wands. Hi, the war room in their far right victory.
Sorry. Doxy said, is it a My Pillow fort?
Oh, good point. That was good.
Oh, sorry.
He has a My Pillow fort. Yes. In his war room. Seven of Swords, a thief card.
Kevin says the pardon was for the build the wall grift. It has nothing to do with J6.
And apparently there was talk, I do not know the details, but there was talk of possibly some other kind of grift he had going. I can't remember. They all run into each other after a while, but the twos are they're it's a movement, it's unsteady, it's decisions, it's imbalance, it's a partnership, it's two things sliding against each other, and this is not good. With the decision here, and so he just wants to make money, and if it's stealing, trying to steal the election, trying to whatever, he doesn't care. But we'll see. We'll see. They're gonna talk about him. Let me see what else I can find out on Bannon. I hope I can get out of this energy before the barnacles start growing on my cards.
There's a joke to be made there somewhere, Dave. Like stuff between a collar and a something. I don't know.
Well, I was just thinking with Bannon, he's like the. Do you guys remember in Pirates of the Caribbean? The crew members from Davy Jones's locker, where the crustacean stuff would creep up. Mm-hmm. That's Bannon. So and that's his energy. There's a parasitic quality to his energy, definitely. There's a he's tapping into others' negative energy. He's found his level.
Well, like attracts like, and he's
the star. Yes. Five of Cups, Queen of Swords, Page of Swords. He's a bully. Five of Pentacles, Three of Swords. All right. On the one hand, you'd think he'd make a lot of money the more trouble he gets in from the left, but this is a lack of money, and this is legal heartache.
He's like Alex Jones without the supplements. I mean, it just
and slightly crustier. Entertainment only. What do I know? But this, see, if he had been convicted of contempt of Congress, he could have gone to prison for up to a year. Is my understanding.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a year or is it just a month?
I think, is it up to a year, minimum of a month? I'm not sure. Somewhere. There's somewhere within that scale of something.
It's an amount, but it's not 20 years. I mean, it's not hard time. Well, Kevin Brazil says 1 year. Okay, thank you. And this feels worse than that. I have a feeling, I don't know, reading on the collective energy, but I have a feeling DOJ is looking at excuse me. Thank you. It feels like somebody's got a file on their desk that has Steve Bannon's name on it.
So here, I'm going to throw a question out at 39:15. Is Bannon going to Icarus himself, basically, and let his hubris get, when he starts answering questions for the committee, and just because he's above all this, like, what can they do to him? And then end up, as I tell the kids, chopping off your nose to spite your face. So is he going to become a victim of his own hubris? Do you want to look at it that way or another way?
No, that sounds good. Thank you. And thank you thank you, Roxana. I got a bless you from Roxana.
Aww.
She's very sweet, but I can't sneeze now without thinking of Giacomo.
No bless you from Giacomo.
Little 4-year-old, he sneezed. Italian immigrant. He sneezed, and nobody said anything. And he looked around. It was swimming lessons, wasn't it? He said,
Something.
"What? No bless you for Giacomo." Bannon, are you going to dig your own legal grave? Oh, there's what was that article this morning about somebody perjured themselves? Oh, it was on the news anyway. 7 of Swords. Well, that's a thief card. Two of Wands. 4 of Wands. Magician. Queen of Cups. King of Pentacles. He still thinks he's all that. They're not going to put up with much. All right, 2 of Wands. This is communication, so the committee already has a lot of information from others. 4 of Wands. This is Trump world. This is Trump's base of power. Magician. He thinks he can stand up to the committee, and the committee feels very much that they're just like, go away, you bother me.
Yeah.
And he thinks this is going to be another big payout for him. Every time he gets attacked, quote, 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 by the left, he makes more money as a bump in his podcast and da 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 da. Is he going to get any moments of humility? Is little Stevie Bannon going to learn any humility in this world? Queen of Swords. Okay. Hierophant. 10 of Wands. Oh, that's a burden. Strength. Legally, they're going to bury him. That's what that's saying. Government, strength, him underneath the weight, just like taking turns, like in a railroad, just knocking farther and farther down. Thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you.
Very sweet.
Okay, you need to go. I don't want to make you late.
I just have a kid I have to eat off to summer camp. So
thank you for coming on.
Oh no, thank you for having me. And you guys are amazing. And thank you for taking care of my bestie. And I will see you all later. If nothing else, I'll be in the chat here in the next few days. So, all right. And see everybody at 4 p.m. at the Creative Sprints. So.
Yes, today at 4 p.m. at the Creative Sprints at Book Art Media. And then tomorrow I'll be on and you'll be probably in the chat for the hearings. I come on at 11:30 with a big bowl of popcorn.
Huge. Okay. See you guys later. Bye. Oh, wait. Boop.
All right. Okay. So it's just me now. It's just us. We can talk about her now. And you know that I have nothing but nice things to say about Sarah. But anyway. Okay. All right. There, the blue hair is awesome. Let me see where we are in the questions here. And do. All right. Okay, Deborah Murphy's question is at 44:45-ish. Okay, let's have a look here. 44:45. Dr. Roger Marshall, a senator from Kansas, is less worried about the January 6th committee and more about patting himself on the back for helping strip women of their rights in his home state. Guess you're proud, huh? Considering he's aligned with Hawley, I thought the energy couldn't get much worse. Oh, I guess not. And he had to beg Trump personally for pardons for 4 Kansas federal lawmakers. Should he be more worried about Cheyney and company instead of tooting his own horn? All right, Roger Marshall, senator from Kansas. Doxy Lover, how did you two meet, you and Sarah? Believe it or not, Facebook. We both joined a similar group and just started talking about 10 years ago. Okay, Roger Marshall. World. Women's rights. Let's surround all of those and limit them because I'm a jerk, he says. 5 of Cups. Yeah, we're disappointed. I think it's fair to say we're disappointed. 2 of Cups. 10 of Cups. Emperor. 3 of Swords. He thinks women are uppity. He thinks women have been uppity. I'm assuming he's religious. I don't know. I'm getting the stench of women need to know their place. It's in the Bible, but I don't know. He's aligned with Hawley. Oh. I'm just getting patriarchal bullpucky. And it's not going to work. Sorry, women and people of color have rights now, and you're just going to have to deal with that. Tough. You're not taking them back. No takey backsies. So you need to worry about January 6th committee. Roger Marshall. Yes, Lab Rat. The next hearing is tomorrow at 1 Eastern, noon Central. I'm coming on at 11:30 Central. Sorry to see these cards in this light. Empress. That's America, and that's women. Tower. Magician. King of Wands. It doesn't feel like I don't think he's really going to face much for a while, is what it feels like. They changed the time, Harpy. Kevin is saying he feeds on our disappointment, a real peach. Oh, now I want peaches. He's not going to face. He's busy. He's going to be tooting his own horn. He's not as worried about January 6th or what have you. Oh, at the Volpe, I don't know. Is this the same guy who put women's medical histories on state records? I don't know. I like that, Alexandra. I'll show him uppity. It's you and me. 2 of Cups, you and me. We'll show him uppity. Almenzi, Marshall was August 9th, 1960. So, Leo? Is that Leo? Need to be king? Deb Marsh says he's only 2 years into his first term. He's just disgraced to the state. Jen Glenn said Dr. Fauci called Dr. Roger Marshall a moron, apparently. Oh boy, okay. All right, what else about this jerk? Two of Wands, Seven of Wands, Page of Wands, Queen of Cups, Emperor. Yeah, they're going to be questions about things he's done. They have information. This is being on the defensive about the information. But this is more of a smaller player compared to some committee doing its thing. But he's sitting pretty. He's the emperor for a while. He's just living his patriarchal best life for now. I am sorry to say. I'm going to switch back to my normal deck because it's getting hard to see in this light. It's getting hard to see the cards. Ugh. Oh, Al. Yes. So apparently Dr. Roger Marshall is basically against any exceptions. And he challenged the electoral vote on January 6th. Lovely person. What's going to happen to Roger Marshall? Gentleman and hot ticket, sounds like, to well, he's gonna ground shifting beneath his feet. Two of Swords, Five of Cups, Empress. I'm assuming he's in a very red area, but I've got a whole lot of women voters here who are very disappointed. And he's going to be very disappointed in them that they're going to be voting against him or not voting for him. So that's all I'm getting on him for now. Well, I guess we'll have to check back at some point. Okay. At 52:15, we have another question from, oh, this is different. This is from Nanette. With all the new information and people coming forward, will there be more public January 6th hearings? So, Just Joy said CNN just announced no hearing on Thursday. Okay, thank you. No hearing on Thursday. All right. So I guess the whole thing is changing as we speak. So if I put this 53, added more public hearings. One tomorrow, possibly one next week, soonish. How many hearings? A lot of hearings, a few hearings. King of Cups. Four of Cups. King of Pentacles. Hierophant. Seven of Wands. King of Swords. It feels like they're delaying because there are so many people who've come forward with some interesting information. Alexander says, I think they'll run through August. Okay. Well, not there was a situation where Republicans weren't cooperating, but there's the government, the far right on the defensive, and prosecutions. There's still a lot going on. It feels like sometimes I'll get a mental image of like a hamster wheel, not in the sense of it being fruitless or pointless, but in the sense of it's just working, and just going through the stuff. So Are we going to be going? Are we going to be in August having January 6th select committee hearings in August 2022? 10 of Wands. 3 of Pentacles. 5 of Wands. 2 of Pentacles. 6 of Cups. And 9 of Swords. They're planning this out very clearly. They're doing some real harm to the people who tried to overturn our election, at least politically, or information they're sending to the DOJ, thank heavens. We are safer. And there are more and more people who are afraid of going to prison. There are a lot of moving parts in this. So I'm just getting, there's a lot there. August. January 6th Select Committee hearings in August 2022. King of Wands. Knight of Wands. 7 of Cups. Justice. I feel like the DOJ is going to do something by then. Or I'm just getting a lot of moving parts, a lot of movement, a lot of moving parts. Plus the DOJ kind of somehow the gears from their wheel are get involved too. The gears all. So possibly, very possibly, but it's very complicated. It's very complex, is what it feels like. So that's what I'll say on that. Tracy, is it Graber? Tuesday's hearing is still on. Yep, and Thursdays is postponed. Okay, so I'll be on regular time on Thursday. All right, at 57:30, I think this is going to be a short question. 57:30. Diane was asking, where's Melania? What plans does she have with the Donald? Because it's been so great to see her on the campaign trail with him. You know, they're like Ron and Nancy Reagan all over again. Hermit. I've got a Hermit card. Ace of Cups. 6 of Wands. Knight of Cups. Yeah, Rhonda Cox. I don't care, do you? At some point, somebody wants to talk to her about what she saw or what have you, but she's not going to play ball. She actually is quite corrupt, in my opinion, considering how much she has supported her vile cretin of a husband. But she's very, very much isolated from him. I wonder if she's got a little something, some interest elsewhere, whereas he's going off to do the thing, and she's just like, yes, bye. But somebody wants to talk to her. Mostly she's just still, around Barron, who is 6'9" at this point. Did someone say he's 6'9"? Yes, Tracy. Oh yes, Melania's cut from the same cloth. Yeah. Just Joyce says he's in Florida and she's in New York. Yeah. Yeah, there's okay, at 1 hour. Okay, I've got 4 questions left. So at 1 hour here, they're good ones too. So the FDA is looking at the possibility of over-the-counter birth control pills. Hang on, there's got something flashing here that really annoys me. I've got to turn that off. Okay, the FDA is looking at over-the-counter birth control pills. Will this make it to market soon? Or is this the pill that causes the courts to bring up? It basically is just going to. Is this the? Are they going to bring cases against this, and it's going to go to SCOTUS, or both? Well, they would come to market soon, and it doesn't need to be this case. It could be any case where the Supreme Court is going to rule on whether or not birth control is legal. Please. Oh, yeah. Death card. 4 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles. They may find a way around, a workaround. Yeah, a way to use the system to get people what they need, but yuck. Or the counter birth control pills. I'm just going to look at that because I'm about to start shaking. This energy is just so painful. 3 of Swords. Strength. Ace of Wands. 6 of Swords. It's an ongoing fight. People leaving states. So it may happen, but maybe only in certain states will allow it. Al Menzi says the pharmacy still has to stock them. Will they? Page of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, Dynasty, big family. Not happy family, big family. Depends on where you live. Alexander, I agree. We are going to get out of this mess. We will. No, we absolutely will. I totally agree with that. It's just in the meantime, it's the energy is so painful. Knight of Swords, Hermit, Ace of Wands. Oh, these people have a lot to answer for. The amount of cruelty. Okay. At 104. Nuclear Magenta had a question. One of my very favorite names on the internet. Nuclear Magenta, just because you know how much I love color. Will Congress open impeachment investigations on Supreme Court justices who were deceitful about their position on Roe v. Wade during the confirmation hearings? Well, or deceitful about their positions on stare decisis, on precedents. Impeachment of Supreme Court justices who are lying to Congress. 9 of Swords. Oh, they should. They should have to. King of Cups. 6 of Pentacles. 5 of Cups. These aren't big legal. It was just considered something these people had to say in order to get through the confirmation process. And then once they're in, try to kick down as many rights as they could. But Biden's in charge. And Schumer has already said, we don't need to worry about the Republicans when it comes to Supreme Court nominations. So Supreme Court justices are a fan. They think they're set for life. There are no ethics rules. They're internally they deal with ethics. Other than that, nobody holds them accountable ever. And the Republicans, as long as the Republicans have as much power as they do, that's not going to happen. Page of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, Temperance. Give it time. Things will get better. Things will get better. We will get more liberal justices on the court. Just give it time. It's going to get, I've been saying this for a while now, it's going to get ugly for a while, and then it's going to get better. But we have to vote. And we have to, everyone we know, we have got to help them vote. So 10630, Electra Storm had a question. 630. There's a trucker convoy in D.C. at the National Mall protesting. Who's behind them, paying them? When will they leave? Are they there forever? I am guessing this is the MAGA stuff. It is, Beth A. It's draining, but we'll get through it. We'll get through it. Tucker Convoy, National Mall. Seven of Swords. Judgment. King of Cups. Five of Cups. They're protesting. They're just kind of there. Clogging up the place, maybe? Just Joy, are you talking about the hearing tomorrow? It is at 1 o'clock Eastern. They changed the time. It's 1 o'clock Eastern, noon Central Time. I'm coming on at 11:30 a.m. tomorrow, half an hour before it begins. Two of Swords. World, Six of Swords, Sun. I'm just getting they're there. They're just there. Joanne's asking, don't they have to work? I'm just, price of gas? I don't know. They're just there. I'm not getting anything more than that. Sorry. Okay, and somebody grabbed Snowflake at 1:08:30. The Texas Power Grid, Thread of Hope, is asking, the Texas Power Grid is struggling again. ERCOT officials have asked Texans to turn up their thermostats and postpone running appliances. Will the system hold on, or will there be blackouts? Oh yeah, but boy, you get rid of regulation, you take utilities private, everything will cost less, there'll be competition. It's just going to be so great, right? Texas Power Grid. Well, it's about time for Cruz's vacation, isn't it? Just Joy says they want us to turn up our thermostats to 78. Empress. America. Three of Cups. Nine of Wands. Seven of Swords. Well, things are kind of going along now, but this is being pretty beaten up, and this is theft. Is something? Kevin Brazil says, "LOL, 112 heat index right now. No raising thermostat, bucko." I don't blame you. Alexandra, I agree. They need to run extension cords to Ted Cruz's house. Is it possible there's some electricity being stolen? Are they selling some electricity out of state or somewhere or some energy out of state that they could be using there? Or is it just basic corruption? I don't know. It's Texas power grid. Yeah, well, you need to cool down so you can sleep. Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups, Ten of Swords. Climate change is just brutal. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. It's like there's the truth of climate change being so bad, and the sweating and the humidity and the nastiness, and then you've got people's power going out and it going dark. The whole system, there's something very false about the system. Almanzi says, sounds like them, sell for cash and make people suffer. There's it for what it is worth. It feels like there's something hinky in that system. Just Joyce says, I've blackout curtains in all my rooms. Oh, don't blame you. Two of Swords, Hanged Man, Devil, Ace of Pentacles. This is suspension, and which could cost lives, and people getting those crazy bills. This is hinky. I am so sorry for Texans and anybody who's thinking about moving states. I would highly recommend not moving to Texas right now. So hang in there. Hang in there. Yeah, I know. Roxana overcharging people for heating last year. Bills for like $10,000. Yes, that was crazy. So I guess that's going to do it for me for today. All right. Goodness gracious. Tomorrow, I will be coming on half an hour early. So starting at 11:30. And we're going to watch the 7th January 6th Select Committee hearing together. And I usually do some readings as it goes on. But tomorrow could be pretty heavy. There's a lot of talk of, basically they're going to be talking about the plans made by the militias and extremists. So it's going to be pretty brutal, but we're in this together and we're going to get through it. And the most important thing, if you're ever having trouble, you're worried about any of this, just remember one thing. They failed. They failed. Didn't work. So keep that in mind, okay? You're not alone. We are in this together. There are good days ahead. All right. I'll be over on Book Art Media at 4 o'clock to do creative sprints. If you are at all interested, head over there on YouTube. Other than that, I will be right back here at 11:30 tomorrow morning Central Time, Chicago time, to watch the hearings with a great big bowl of popcorn. So, all right, hang in there. And I will see you later, or I will see you tomorrow. Take care.